Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilman is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and welcome to my latest Decksperiment, where I take a crazy deck idea or inspiration and try to build a competitively viable deck out of that idea. This time around, I'm continuing a theme I've had in some past videos where I assemble a deck that is built entirely out of cards from the same rarity. And this time around, it's the rare rarity, or the blue gems, that you'll find in the middle of cards. So I want to build a good, solid deck using only blue rarity cards. And hopefully, during that exercise, we can learn a little bit about how to think about deck structure and things like mana curve and flexibility and balance when it comes to spells and minions and all those different things. But before I even get that far, I have to decide what class I want to actually use to build this deck. So the first exercise is taking a look through the collection here, seeing the kinds of cards that are available in a given rarity, seeing if there are any themes that match up across those cards, and seeing if there's a foundation essentially upon which I can build a deck. So let's go ahead and start off with Druid, and I've already got it set to sort by rare cards. So let's look here. There are some high quality cards here. Darnassus Aspirant's still fine, even though it's lost some popularity. Claxy Amberweaver's good, but I don't think we can go with Cthulhu style decks because Cthulhu himself is not a rare. But Mirekeeper's good. Savage Combatant's pretty intriguing, nourishes some card draw. There are some beast style cards with Knight of the Wild and Moonkin, but that's not very good, and Grizzly's not very good. So I don't really see a lot jumping out at me here. Like, there are some ramp implications, but you don't have anything to ramp to, so Druid doesn't feel right. Let's move on to Hunter. The bow is a good start, but there's no secrets to go with the bow other than misdirection, and that's honestly not a good secret. So that's not a good combo. There's some Death Rattle synergies here, but again, Infest is really slow, and Forlorn Stalker is also really slow. They don't benefit you till much later in the game. But here are two very good value minions in Hunter that are both pretty amazing. So you could start to build maybe a mid-range Hunter list just between Eaglehorn Bow and these guys, but I just don't know how far you'd get. Ram Wrangler's not bad either, particularly with Infested Wolf. There might be something here. You've got removal with Power Shot and Explosive Shot. You could build like almost a mid-range control style Hunter, but let's go on to Mage and see what's up here. Mage actually looks pretty intriguing because there's some good value tempo Mage style cards here between Cult Sorcerer and Flamewaker in particular. And then even Fallen Hero is not necessarily a bad card. Kirintor Mage could be good. Although the secret package is only these three secrets, and I only like Counterspell a lot. Effigy's probably okay, but it's possible. These 6 cards to start this page aren't bad, but it falls off pretty quickly. These cards are not that strong. Much riskier and kind of inefficient cards. Blizzard doesn't really synergize well. What about Paladin? You've got Aldor and Equality's a good combo. Well, not a good combo, but they both fit together in control-style decks, I should say. But nothing else back here really supports the control-style mentality. Anything can happen, it's not going to be any good because half the Murlocs are not rare. But you do have some cool stuff here, too, with Druid of Darkshire Rallying Blade and Selfless Hero. That's kind of intriguing, right? You could do like a token-style Paladin where you summon a lot of dudes, pretty aggressive style. That's something to think about. So far I like maybe Mage, like a tempo Mage. Token Paladin makes some sense. What about Priest? Okay, Soul Priest is really good. Excavated Evil is not bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. Shifting Shade's okay, but they don't really all go together necessarily. You start trying to build like a Control Priest or a Dragon Priest, and it'd just be worse than the normal version of Priest, which isn't very good right now anyway. As we're going through these, by the way, I want you to understand this exercise a little bit. That this is something you can do with your own collection, not specifically with rare cards, of course, but you know, if you don't have a complete card collection, if you're working on a budget, it can help to just sometimes go through your collection and see which cards kind of fit together thematically or seem to fit a certain deck archetype, and try to piece together a deck of your own, or maybe figure out what fits into other popular decks as you try to assemble some top-tier meta decks with replacements and things like that. So let's move on to Rogue, because Priest really didn't seem that enticing. Journey Below and Undercity Huckster are good together in a Death Rattle style deck, but well, so's Unearthed Raptor, and SI7's always good. Skulker's good. You could almost put together a Death Rattle deck, but I just don't know. Without some of the key early tempo cards for Rogue, like Backstab, it'd be really tough to keep up. Shaman has a lot of stuff that's rare, apparently. Lava Shocks are good in Overload decks. Feral Spirit's a good Overload card. These are good Overload cards. Manatide Totems are okay. Thunder Bluff, Master of Evolution, Thing from Below are all good. Even the Totem Carver is like a replacement for Flame Wreath Faceless. This looks like you could put together a halfway decent Shaman, but I don't know. Without Tunnel Trog and without Totem Golem, I'm not sure it goes anywhere. There's no way to like take advantage of these overloads. It's got promise, but I don't know. I don't think it's there. Zoo, man, these are pretty bad cards on average. Forbidden Ritual's good, but Doomguard's good, but it's like halfway between control and super hyper aggro. None of the Zoo staples. Warrior, Blood to Ichor, Armor Smith, Alexstras's Champion, all good. Frothing's good, but none of this stuff really fits together, does it? No. So to me, I feel like Mage and Paladin have the most obvious options, maybe even Shaman or Rogue to some extent, but it's also important. Let's go ahead and look through the rare common cards to see if any of those attach to either Mage or Paladin. Secret Keeper's got some secret synergies. Juggler's good in aggro decks. Crazy Alchemist can be good in certain things. Wild Pyro, there's a couple Murlocs, right? But not enough. Tidecaller, Cold Light Seer, those aren't good with Paladin, so that won't work. None of these cards look that great. Defender Vargas is always good in aggressive decks. Azure Drake's always a good card. Grim Patron, something to think about. Gadget Zan's something to think about, but we don't have enough spells. So if we wanted to build a super aggressive Paladin deck with like token minions, what could we include? Angry Chicken, but that's not good because we don't have enough buffs, right? There's no good buffs that could buff the health of Angry Chicken. Dragon Egg's good because the Whelps summon as 2/1s. Young Priestess. You always got your hero power, of course, but none of this stuff has 1 health. This guy. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel so great. Mage, there's just not enough spells here to build a deck, I'm afraid. Like, you've got Secrets and Polymorph Boar, but you lose the advantages of the Flame Waker. What Death Rattles are there for Rogue? Very few, it looks like. Very few. Yeah, so I'm just not seeing anything jumping out at me right now. So maybe let's take a different approach and let's think about really powerful foundational cards like Grim Patron. So for instance, this card can be the centerpiece of its own deck, right? It's so good that if you find a way to utilize it, it can create its own deck. Are there any other cards here that do just something that powerful? I don't think so. I don't think there are. Azure Drake's always good in every deck, but Summoning Stone, I guess, is another kind of card like that can just be so powerful, and Gadget Zan. So those are 3 options. Are there any classes that could really take advantage of like Gadget Zan or Summoning Stone? I mean, Paladin has some spells, 3, but they're not very good. Mage seems, or I mean, excuse me, Priest has maybe the most spells here. But we couldn't use the Akanai very well. Rogue, Journey Below, Burgle. I don't know, it'd be hard to make Rogue work. Shaman, I kind of am wondering about a card like Spreading Madness with Patrons, right? Spreading Madness with Grim Patron, and even Demon Wrath kind of works with Grim Patrons to an extent, right? Shoot, I wonder. Could you put together a Grim Patron Warlock just out of these? Like a Zeus-style Grim Patron Warlock. I don't think you could. Reliquary Seeker has some synergies with Grim Patrons. Void Terror really doesn't, though. What about Warrior and like Frothing Berserker? Are there any Whirlwind effects here? Blood to Ichor, Revenge. But Revenge is not good with Grim Patrons if you're below 12 health. It just kills all your patrons. Is there like an aggro warrior deck? Cursed Blade and King's Defender don't really do enough damage. This is a tough challenge. The problem with rare cards is like they do very specific things usually. They don't like seem to fit together very well. Still thinking about Hunter just because these cards are so good. The secret synergy sucks, but in Fast, like Death Rattle minions, there's some definite Death Rattle synergies happening. What Death Rattles were rares? Were there any? I hate the way this works. I don't know if this works for sure. I may have to do this the other way. And look at, see if there are any rares. Corrupted Healbot, Abomination, Wobbling Runs. That's it. Corrupted Healbot does not work very well with Hunter's style of play, right? So I don't know. That doesn't feel right. This is a really difficult experiment. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's very challenging to decide on a class. Right now, the Spreading Madness Warlock is the only thing that's super inspiring me, and I've actually had a request to build a Spreading Madness Warlock. So by God, that's what we're gonna try to do, I think. Oops, we gotta start the deck first. Let's try the all rare. Just to be clear, I do think Warlock has maybe the worst rare class cards. I mean, Doomguard's super good, right? But that's about it. Spreading Madness is bad. Tiny Knight of Evil's bad. I guess we'll take a Librarian just for curve considerations. It's also got some Tiny Knight of Evil synergy. And Doomguard synergy. So what else fits? We know we want patrons. So we're going to try to Spreading Madness into some crazy patron value. But what else do we want? I guess we want like Zoo-style minions, right? It's kind of a Zoo deck. There's some synergies with Knife Juggler and Forbidden Ritual. Wild Pyro seems pretty risky. Imp Master feels like it could do some Zoo stuff. But it's, gosh, Spreading Madness is so bad with like Imp Master and Forbidden Ritual, but we're gonna have to just sort that out later. Defender of Argus is really good. Are there any other cards that could benefit from Spreading Madness? I don't really think so. Don't really think so. Do we throw out an Auctioneer? It's not a lot of spells. Were there any spells back here we missed? Demon Wrath? No. Siphon Soul. Shadow Flame. Shadow Flame's kind of intriguing. Just in case we fall behind. But I think we're better off just going like the full Zoo route, right? Like just trying to load up the board with high value guys. Silence a demon. Is that relevant to us? Do we have any demons that we want to silence? No, not really. I mean, Azure Drakes, this is a nightmare. you can't do it. You cannot build a deck like this. There's just, the rares don't fit together. This is really a good demonstration of why rares. Actually, Dragon Eggs work really nicely with Spreading Madness, don't they? That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, oops. Young Priestess is a decent zoo card. What about 3s and 4s? Particularly 4-drops. Any other good 4-drops at zoo could utilize? Violet Teacher's pretty bad with Spreading Madness. Midnight Drake. Not likely to have a ton of cards, though. Is Felguard worth it? I don't think so. I don't think it is. Void Terror? I guess we could Void Terror like some imps and stuff. Dragon Eggs aren't good. We need Death Rattles to make Void Terror really good, so I don't really think that's there. I guess we could take a Crazed Alchemist, maybe. Flip the Imp Master to do a ton of damage or something crazy. What else works with Grim Patrons? Wild Pyros work with Grim Patrons pretty well, but we don't have enough spells. We definitely don't want to Wild Pyro into Forbidden Ritual. Nothing is good. Nothing is good, guys. This is really bad. None of this makes sense. I guess Argent Commanders for more finishers. I don't think I can have Wild Pyros, because the only spells that would activate Grim Patrons are like Forbidden Ritual and the Spreading Madness itself. So we either have Overkill or just waste it. Any other just value minions? Questing Adventurer. Violet Teacher, Azure Drake, I guess. Doesn't feel very good, though. I could try one Demon Wrath. But we don't even have any demons. That's bad. It's just really bad. This deck is just bad. I can tell already. It's going to be terrible. It's theoretically possible to win a zoo game just doing zoo stuff, but it's really pretty bad. I guess Disciple of Cthulhu is playable just because of its effect, even though it's not a Cthulhu card. It can actually activate a Grim Patron and sometimes just clear a minion. Whew, this is a bad deck. But we're going to try it. I think that's it. I think that's it. That's not what I meant to click. I don't know. It can do some stuff, right? There's Reliquary Seeker implications with Group Patrons. There's jugglers into like summon dudes. There's just like zoo start stuff. Although we can't really get off of that good of a zoo start because we don't have enough 1-drops. Is there a way to add another 1-drop that's good? Not really. No. Cavaldi is the only one with stats that light up nicely, and it's pretty bad. Young Priestess is really the only good one. But we do have some like chargers for damage. By God, I don't know. It's possible. If we draw the Grim Patron, it's got a fine curve. That's an important consideration to make. Yeah, let's try it. I don't have high hopes, but with these crazy experiments like these, you never have high hopes, right? You're really just trying to do something funny and see if it works. But we will probably get to test out the Spreading Madness Grim Patron combo to see if there's any life in that, which is intriguing. Let's see if it's possible to build a better deck around that central combo. Well, this is a pretty bad matchup, I would guess. Okay. This is actually a decent start. We can coin Tiny Knight into Darkshire and maybe follow up with the Imp Master if it doesn't get discarded. Fiery War Axe will destroy us like always, but we'll just hope he doesn't have it. This is going to be the first game in history they don't have the Fiery War Axe. Could also double Young Priestess into the Tiny Knight of Evil. But I like the Young Priestess is better with the Imp Master, I think. It's a pretty cool combo. On 4. Don't have War Axe. Oh, no War Axe. Cool. We're a good spot. Good spot, boys. I think we go ahead and trade too, right? Plays into Ravaging Ghoul a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have that either. We discarded probably the best discard option just because it was the weakest minion. Oh, they always have it. What am I thinking? I should know better than that. I can't Cthulhu it, so we'll just draw our card and see what we get. There's our combo piece. Got a good 4 option here. I don't think he'll be able to kill this. He might want to execute it, but he won't know. We've played so many weird cards already that he has no idea what's going on. I wonder if people notice that they're all rare. Oh, he is going to execute. Wow. I think that's right, but it's a brave decision. I'm going to life tap because his hand sucks. I can't really Grim Patron until I see the Spreading Madness, so I may have to just tap Imp Master. I don't know. Shield blocks at least are slow. I mean, we're not ever going to kill this guy, but... Knife Juggler and Imp Master's pretty good, honestly. We don't have to worry about positioning because we don't have like positional buffs or anything. Love to see the health hit the Imp Master or the Juggler, I guess. Oh, hit the Imp Master. Cool. Perfect. That's a neat combo. I don't think it's been explored a ton. I think Imp Master's just worse than Imp King Boss. Because it kind of does the same thing, but like for instance right now it's worse because it's not spawning me new imps. So it's a much slower Imp King Boss with a lower attack value, right? So it's kind of worse in both ways. He's used both his executes. We can actually just kill that. We can kill it in 2 ways. Oh, but this is not going to work. So that's fine. We don't have another play anyway, so... Could have life tap maybe, but I just want to see the Spreading Madness, boys. This is Combo Warrior, by the way. We should note that. It's not a Control Warrior or anything. He's looking to combo us down with Raging Worgen eventually. That was an error. That was fine. He wanted the minion out there. Ooh, combo time. I think I'm just gonna sit and combo next turn. I don't have the mana this turn, so it sucks that I don't have a play at all. I'd like to Argent Commander that 3/3, but I wanted to life tap first. See what I got. I was assuming I'd get a playable minion, not Reliquary Seeker. So the Spreading Madness sucks a little bit with the Acolyte because we're gonna give him a ton of cards probably. But hopefully we at least clear. Oh god, we're not gonna clear. We may not even hit our Grim Patron. There's so many minions out there. Dang it. I don't know if I can do it now. It's just like the worst board to Spreading Madness. The worst. I could Disciple... No, I can't Disciple into Argent Commander. Crap! I guess I gotta do it. we gotta see it happen, right? Well, so far, so good. Okay, there's 1. That's good. 2, alright, that's good. Oh, perfect! Perfect! I'll take it. 4 minions out of an 8 mana combo. That's pretty good. What did we get? We got a 12 9. 12-9 in stats for 8 mana. That's I mean, he's actually going to be able to kill all but one of these just because his board is pretty solid, but honestly, not the worst outcome. We might be dead though, honestly, because they're at 17 health and he's got 11 damage on board. This is not a play you see every day. Certainly not. So we're probably just dead, looks like. Fire Warlock kills us. Yeah. It's weird that it took him that long to spot that. I don't know. Sometimes these combo warriors get so stuck on their combo they forget they can just win the game. Oh, well, you know, honestly, that wasn't the worst. If we didn't have a super awkward couple turns, that would have been a game that we were in a position to compete for, I think. So let's try again. I've had worse games with better decks. So you never know, right? You never know. Alright, mage. Not a lot of mages out, so that's going to be intriguing. Tempo mage is probably pretty good against us, though. The Dragon Egg into Crazed Alchemist combo is a good one. But not really, right? I'm being sarcastic. Dragon Egg is actually pretty good against Tempo Mage, though, because it's good against stuff like Arcane Missiles and Flame Wakers, because they can accidentally summon you a bunch of dudes. They can also kill those dudes pretty easily, but but at least they can summon them for you. That's the first step. I'm not thrilled about discarding either of these cards. He's going to think we're like a Cthulhu. If we discard this, if we play it, he'll know we aren't, because it doesn't buff the Cthulhu. But if we discard it, it's going to make him very curious. He must have a lot to think about with that coin. What on earth are you going to coin? Arcane Blast? Into Hero Power? You don't even need to coin Arcane Blast. What am I saying? You can just Arcane Blast. Okay. Tough. God, I don't even know. I can't discard the Grim Patron. It's just not a thing I can do. It's too important. So we'll life tap instead. Forbidden Ritual into Reliquary Seeker is not a good combo, by the way. Because you don't have, unless you have the coin. Which we don't. Of course the Tempo Mage gets the coin. That's super friendly. Spellslinger's cool. Not a great Grim Patron card though. Huh. Not a great Grim Patron card. I could Disciple that. I can maybe try the Darkshire now. But it still isn't a good play. I could just spawn 3 dudes. I could life tap. He's gonna think we're like a hand lock. God, this hand is just awful. Ugh. Maybe he'll play like a Flame Waker and I can just go ahead and cast this. Kill a turn that way. It'll actually summon me a dude. Probably need him to play one more guy before this is worth it. Yeah, that's not worth it. Ugh. I'll just play a Dragon Egg and I don't think it actually matters which I hit because I'm probably going to Elemental Destruction, but just in case Spreading Madness becomes relevant, put that at 1 instead of this at 2. Makes it more likely that a Spreading Madness ping will kill it. So we actually have a cool play with Defender of Argus this turn on the dragons. Elemental Destruction might actually already be worth it though. I can Elemental Destruction into Darkshire and have a pretty solid board. I won't be able to play anything next turn, but still. Please tell me it doesn't kill the dragons. No, okay. If I lose to Grim Patron here, oh, thank God. And that's a good card. I'd like to have that, but the Grim Patron would have been devastating. Alright, so we're ahead. Sort of. I don't think we are because we're 15 health. And our board is about to die. God, I need those to miss so badly. Just miss. Wow. God, we're gonna die. I don't have any mana this turn. I can play a Reliquary Seeker and that's it. This is my this is my sacrifice. This is my sacrifice to the Flamewaker gods. Maybe it will keep me with 1 health alive somehow. God knows it won't, but maybe. Maybe it will absorb 1 hit. Oh my god, are we dead? That's 5. That's 7. That's 8. Oh my god, it did! It kept me alive! The Reliquary Seeker saved me! So is there any way for me to kill this? Can't do my combo yet. I guess I could double Spreading Madness and hope that it hits. But it doesn't matter because he's gonna ping me anyway, right? So it's totally irrelevant. First one! The first one killed me. Spreading Madness, you traitor! Oh, the Reliquary Seeker kept me alive. I love it. She tanked the damage that saved me, only for the Spreading Madness to finish me off. This is the life you lead when you play stupid decks. Is this the same guy? No, it's a different guy. 2 mages in a row. What world do we... Okay, so here's this combo again. Ooh. Ooh. Super combo. We even have the coin for it. Sick. This is going to be a 5-4. Let's do it. Don't kill it. Please don't kill it. Please don't kill it. Don't play a Mana Worm either. No Mana Worm. No Mana Worm. Yes. We got this, boys. We got this, boys. 5-4 tiny dude. I can never tell what this card is supposed to be. Is it like a dude like riding an insect? What? Why is he tiny? He doesn't look tiny. To me, it looks like he's riding a giant like dinosaur dude. Maybe he's riding a flea? I don't know. Somebody knows what this card is. Tell me in the comments, please. He can't kill it. Even better. We're going to deny this ping so hard. Don't discard this guy, though. Don't discard... Okay, good. That's fine. That's totally fine. Man, now I'm thinking a discard Warlock looks fun. You get stuff in the right order, this thing's nuts. He's going to have to Arcane Blast it now. I need to not hit. Oh. Oh! Well, at least this lived. Man, that was going to be so good if that got to 5 attack. I'm actually... Oh, well, I was going to play that, but never mind. Should have played it first, probably. Actually, it's good that it discarded that, because these cards are much better, especially together. Arcane Blast, finally. And ping. Oh, that's a good draw. They don't work very well together, though, do they? Okay, some pieces are coming together. We'll play this out now. Maybe we can juggle into Forbidden Ritual next turn. That'd be pretty cool. It's three knives. And if this spawns a dude, it's another knife. Depends on how much lives, though. We might have too full of a board. This is 4 minions. No, we'll have enough. He's already used an Arcane Missiles, so... Forgotten Torch for 4. That's pretty good, but I think we'll be able to trade it in using this combo. So let's go ahead and try that. If none of the knives hit... Oh my god. Are none of the knives gonna hit? Are you serious? Oh, thank god. Thank god. He just used Arcane Blast, he's used Arcane Missiles. Like, there's a good chance some of this stuff sticks. And Defender of Argus will be a good play. Oh, that's slow. He's gonna have to ping. Don't arcane missiles. You don't have it. That's fine. I can deal with that. Well, I can deal with that super easily, actually. Can I get to the Reliquary Seeker? No. I'm playing these. The ping. If one of the ping hits one of these guys, we can trade in with the 1/1 instead of the 2/2. Just a little bit of extra face damage. So right now, the only thing that beats us is Flame Strike, which is totally a possibility, by the way. But we can't play around it. We have to go. No Flame Strike. That's good news. Unfortunately, our cards are going to be pretty bad. Well, we might actually get a Reliquary Seeker off. It's possible. He's going to ping and trade, so we might have to life tap into a really small minion. Sea Giants would be good in this deck. Yeah, there's our combo, so I'm not unhappy to see that card, but okay, I gotta think about this. 2/2. Oh god, what do I buff? I don't know. I think these two maybe? One of these knives could go poorly if I do that, so let's trade first. And we'll buff these guys. This gives me a Reliquary Seeker too. Oh wow, what a turn. Jeez. Cool. We're going face, boys. We gotta win. Even if your board clears, we can do this. So, holy crap, are we gonna win a game? We're just zooing right now. Oh, no Flame Strike. I think we're gonna win. We're just doing zoo stuff in this game, boys. Zoo stuff. No combo. I mean, it's here, but okay, that's good. That's fine. Concede. Fireball, but that leaves me with lethal. What? We did it! We did it! Haha, nice! Even got our quest started. Alright, the all-rare Warlock has done what no other all-rarity deck could do before it. It won a game. But it really didn't win on the basis of anything we did other than just build a zoo deck. A subpar zoo deck. It basically is a bad zoo that still won because of Knife Juggler. And zoo things like Defender of Argus. So, you know, whatever. I don't care. I'll take it. It won a game. That's all that matters. The deck is capable of winning, even at pretty high ranks. So we did something right. We got something right. I mean, clearly it just shows that an aggressive Warlock that can life tap is a very powerful thing indeed. So even if your cards aren't optimal, you can put together a pretty good zoo list. And this is exactly what we did. So that's pretty crazy. And this combo seems to have some promise too, by the way. We saw it in action. It didn't win us a game, but who knows? If you built the right kind of deck around this combo, maybe it's got some power too. So that's going to wrap it up for me and the all-rare Warlock. If you have any comments or questions about this deck, you know where to leave them. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, game on.